Just like many of you, I went to see Top Gun. In all honesty, I actually went to see it twice because I was so super excited. I'm a big Tom Cruise fan. I was a big fan of the first movie, but now, I mean, seeing the second one, I thought it was even better than the first one. I'm really excited. It was like a long time ago that I was so thrilled to be in the movie theater. So if you haven't seen it, I can highly recommend it to you. But I also learned something from it. If you look at the excitement in the world, I mean, this is one of the best performing movies in human history. And if you make the analysis of the film, I mean, it's quite exceptional. I mean, it's pure 100% feel good. There are no bad guys. And if there's a bad guy, you cannot even see who it is, but there's no bad guy. It's like a fake enemy that they're fighting. And then, of course, the nostalgia. I mean, when Tom Cruise takes his leather jacket out of the closet, when he takes his motorbike, the music, I mean, it gives people goosebumps. Huh? And of course, Tom Cruise is the ultimate hero that you have. So it's simple, old-fashioned feel good. And the fact, for instance, that they don't try to outsmart the audience makes it so easy to digest that people really enjoy it. And this is something we haven't seen for a while. If you look to all the other shows on Netflix and films that come out, they try to do the opposite. And this is something that scores really well. It has an extremely high feedback and review score, this film. And it has already become, or it is already now, the most successful Tom Cruise film in history. And this is something to think about. I'm more and more convinced that we need more positivity in the world, and Top Gun is like the example of positivity. Even the fact that they're shooting with planes all the time, it is a positive, feel-good film. And we need to create positivity with impact. I think that's what we're lacking in the world of customer experience. I mean, look at the evolution of work. In the past, people worked with their hands. Today, people work with their brain. In the future, people that want to make a difference will have to work from the heart to create that feel-good thing. And a couple of months ago, I was in LA, and I met the founder of this company, of Every Table. And they have this great mission statement. What they want to do is they want to make sure that every American citizen can have access to a healthy meal at a low cost. Usually in the States, when you have neighborhoods with lower incomes, you find fast food places all over the place. So people go there because it's a cheap solution, but it's not always healthy to eat that, as frequent as some people do. So what they want to do at Every Table is they go to the neighborhoods with lower incomes, and the price of a lunch, of a meal, has to be lower than the price of a Big Mac meal, just to make sure that people can have a healthy alternative, which is a brilliant mission. And they're playing that in everything that they do. Like, I like their pay it forward mentality. When you walk in and you buy a meal, you can also buy a meal for someone else. And then you get a Post-it. You put the Post-it on the window on the outside. And then, for instance, when a homeless person comes by or someone who doesn't have a lot of money, they can take the Post-it, walk in, and consume the meal that you bought for them. And another thing that I like about their positivity is their Every Table University. Like, if you look to the people who own and who run a McDonald's, usually those are successful business people. They already did something that made them successful, so they generated the cash to have the ability to invest in a McDonald's restaurant, which is a cool concept. But that means that if you have a lower income, that you can never work yourself up to being a McDonald's owner. At Every Table, what they want to do is they want to make sure that people from lower income neighborhoods don't only have access to a healthy meal, they also want to give them access to become the owner of one of their restaurants, one of their stores. And they work together with the government to get subsidized in that, but they also train their people, give them cheap loans to make it happen. And those kind of stories are examples for me of working from the heart. And people enjoy those stories. These are successful businesses because it gives us a warm feeling. And this is what we need more in customer experience. It's not just about getting the processes right. It's about installing a warm feeling, that positivity with impact. And from now on, I'm going to call that the Top Gun effect. That was the feel-good moment that really convinced me that we need more positivity in this world.